It's a little sketchy when it's
Get finger quick. Does it look good?
Okay, go over to new user.
Then you go back
Oh, go over, there you go.
figure out
It's good. All right. Guess we'll get started then. So just count myself down. 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Ombibus. It's a bus driving game. It's pretty good. You start off, first world is in the sky. You know, you're just driving around, doing some missions. Yeah.
bus driving game
This is definitely a superior bus driving simulator. It's much more accurate than Euro Truck Simulator. Because stuff like that happens, so that's very realistic. Just drive around here. Well, let's try to land this. Oh, beautiful. Perfect execution. So, I should mention the way this game controls is that you can only turn. You can't go faster or slower. Technically, as the level, like as you spend more time in the level, your max speed increases over time, but you have no way of slowing yourself down or stopping, so you just have to turn and hope that everything goes well. Sometimes you just get sent flying into the air, and you just have to try to live with it. There's a great tournament going on behind us, so I'm sure that my audio will be absolutely awful. So I apologize for that. I mean, I guess you just gotta deal with it. So there's a few levels in each world. This one introduces the platforming mechanics of this bus driving game. This is a very diverse game. There's lots of stuff you can do in this game. It's pretty good. So now I'm going to be doing some Tony Hawk's Pro Bus. It's pretty good level here. Got to rank up some money by doing tricks. So let's just hit this bumper here and just start spinning in the air. Do some spins. Get that multiplier up. And of course we gotta land it. Oh, beautiful. Just over 10,000. Perfect execution by me. What a legend. So now we gotta light some fireworks, and the only way to do that is to strap it to Mr. Bus. So let's drive straight over here. Use these speed boost pads to our advantage and hopefully not fly straight off the level with them. Carefully dodge all of these bumpers. And just like that, World 1 has been completed. They're definitely cheering for me over there. So right here, I'm going to do some of the levels out of order. This just saves like a single cutscene. It saves like 4 seconds by doing these levels out of order. Well, this is Sir Bus, by the way. If you turn a little bit too quickly in Sir Bus, the passengers will tip outside the bus. And I mean, we are giving them a tour, so we want to make sure that at least one of them survives the tour. You know, at least one of them will give us a good review. So, we want to make sure one of them stays alive. So now we gotta visit this last place, just drive straight through the building. That's fine, don't worry about it. And now you can see there's 2 things unlocked at once. That's why doing this cutscene thing saves a cutscene. Now we'll go back to level 1 and start doing things in order again. However, in both Worlds 2 and 3, for some reason you're actually able to skip one of the levels of your choosing. So in this world we're going to skip the second level because it's an auto-scroller, so it just takes a long time. So this is level 2-3. This is 8 Buster. We got to drive up this building. Don't worry, buses can absolutely drive straight up buildings in real life. Like I said, it's an accurate bus driving simulator. So now we're practicing our bus driving skills by driving up this building, and we're going to go take out this giant monkey at the top. So at the beginning there, I could have gotten more speed if I wanted to, but it makes it very hard to turn and accurately drive around these bumpers, so take it a little bit slow, only get a little bit extra speed. Now the last challenge, dodging these cars here. Oof, that was tricky. Now I'll drive straight up and hit this monkey man. There we go, mission complete. Easy peasy. And now the Mafia wants us to go rob this bank of $1 million, so of course we gotta do what the Mafia says. So let's build up some speed and crash right into the bank. Now let's go collect some of this money that just exploded out of it. This guy's trying to steal our money. We don't want that. So these big cash wads are worth like I think 100,000. The little cash bags are worth 25,000. So we just got to get up to $1 million. It's kind of hard to get them as much as you need. You just kind of got to drive around.
We have Justin Fischler on the left versus Arthur on the right.
I think I just need a couple more bags. 4 more bags. So 2 more. There we go. All right, that was pretty bad, but whatever. Alright, now we get to do the first boss of the game. This is Boss Bus, otherwise known as the Doom Bus. So what you gotta do is you just gotta drive into it and take out as much of its like body armor as you can. You just smash your bus into it. This is the Ultra Bus, by the way. So now if we can drive around in here, do some massive damage to the bus. Hopefully not land upside down, because if you do that, you have to start over.
Okay, good.
Alright, let's try. I'm gonna drive around a little bit here. Whoops, alright, that was driving around a little too much. Try to land this. This bus is really flippy. Alright. Back on the road again. Try to get another hit in from here. Maybe this will be enough to kill him. Maybe not. If I hit the engine, it will be. Oh, okay, I landed upside down, so I gotta do it over again. This is like the first level that's kind of really random. I mean, the breaking the bank level is also pretty random, but that one's at least somewhat consistent. This bus can just go wrong. It can go wrong pretty quickly. So you just kind of have to hope that your hits land well. You also don't get stuck on the tire. It's usually pretty consistent though if you do it this way. Hopefully I don't get stuck on this bumper now. Alright. So now, oh, that was a little bit of a miss there. Alright, I should be able to hit him on this next hit. There we go. So that was a pretty slow Doom Bus, but whatever. Now, normally I would do the part of the next world out of order too, but in order to keep the integrity of this game's extremely important lore, I'm going to be doing these levels in order. It'll lose 4 seconds, but I think that following the lore of this game accurately is very important. So now the police are upset at us for breaking into that bank and robbing it. So now we have to escape. We have to escape the city and go to the moon, because that's where everyone would escape to. So we gotta get our Mountain Dew and propeller here and fly off to the moon. You can see we unlocked the moon, so we'll have to watch an extra one of these cutscenes, but it's worth it in order to keep the lore accurate. So now we're flying through space, trying to head towards the moon. Get these speed pads here. We gotta dodge these cookies flying through the space. Don't worry though, I'm amazing at this game, so I can dodge them super easily. And now we're introduced to the gravity bus. This one's pretty cool. Anytime you're in the air, you can immediately move to where this arrow is pointing on the bus by hitting the A button, as you can tell by that slam down icon on the bottom left. So now we got to use these gravity powers to our advantage, navigate these satellites, space stations as we work our way to the moon. So now we can drive around. We just gotta get to this shuttle over here. I guess it's a lander, it's not a shuttle.
By the way, I'm making you wear Mega Man 1 shirt as well, by the way. I don't really wanna.
So now we can flip upside down, use the gravity bus's power to our advantage once again. Fly all the way over. I'm gonna land backwards, so I'll have to turn around. That's fine. Now we're at the lander. So now we can return to the moon, or I guess go to the moon. Once again, we're gonna be skipping one of these levels, which is an auto-scroller. So let's just skip right past that one. And now we are on the moon. But since we're on the moon, we gotta find a way to sustain ourselves while we're living here. So we gotta plant some corns, because every bus has to eat, right? Every bus gotta eat. So now we're gonna harvest these corns. But we gotta be careful. Sometimes when you're planting the corns, you might plant a bumper crop on accident. And these bumper crops are pretty dangerous, so we're going to try to avoid them. Otherwise, we'll get sent flying into the vacuum of space and we will die. Even though we were driving in space earlier, don't worry about that. So we got to avoid these bumper crops here. So carefully dodge them like a master. Get up to 150 corns. So now, almost there. Carefully, artfully dodging these bumper crops. They can sneak up pretty much out of nowhere. There we go. 153, I'm an overachiever.
Yes, don't care.
So now we got to drop these astronauts off at the wedding because it's very important. So we'll just drop them off like this. That's fine. They'll be okay.
Thanks, man.
Do some flips as we land. I should be able to get the rest of them in one more flyover. This might be enough. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. 2 cycle, easy. And now we gotta fight the UFO foe, the next boss. So we get to use the gravity bus once again. Oh, I got a double hit. I'm such a legend. I'm so good at this game. Oh, oh, careful. Should be able to land this. Alright. A little bit of a sketchy landing there, but we're still good. Easy, easy boss, every time. Alright, but now we're kind of done on the moon, so let's go back to the Wild West, where our roots are from. Now we gotta deliver some liquid to these saloons. Not gonna say what the liquid is, but you know, it's a liquid. We're gonna deliver it. It's nothing scary, don't worry. This is the barrel bus, by the way. It doesn't really have anything special about it. It just can't really tip over since it's a barrel and not a square. Try to get the optimal, ideal path of liquid delivery. Beautiful. Now, we've unlocked the barrel bus. Now we gotta go herd some cattle. Oops, that's the wrong level. Okay, I guess we're doing this level first. This is the cow bus. Accidentally picked this level out of order. But that's fine. Now we got the cow bus, and our ability is to jump just like a real cow can. I'm so proud of the Omnibus. He can now jump and fulfill his cow dreams. So if you're not a baby, you gotta do barrel rolls every time you jump. Only babies don't do barrel rolls when they jump on this bridge. This is the manly way of doing this level. There we go. Easy every time. Can't believe some people wouldn't do barrel rolls every time they jump there. So we gotta protect our fellow cows here. So let's drive over to this. We gotta save them. There's some cows on the edge here, and there's a bear trap at the edge. So we gotta save these cows' lives. We gotta go take care of this bear trap. There we go. Save the cows. Got rid of the bear trap. Alright, now we're going to go back to this level because I accidentally skipped it. So we can go back now. So now I'm going to be herding these cattle. We really like the cows here. So now we got these cows, these very realistic cows that I'm going to be herding here. We only need to save 5 of them though, so we just kind of don't need to worry about these other ones. Only 5 are needed. So we can make our way through this little gap here. Barely squeeze through. And there we go. Save the cattle. Oops, alright, accidentally did another level out of order, so I'm not very good at menuing. So this is -9. This is the hardest level in the game. I'm going to go for an extremely difficult trip a couple times. I probably won't get this, and if not, I'll just do the level normally. Oh, I might have gotten this. Let's see. If I can land this properly. Oh, first try, beautiful. Easiest trick in the game right there. So what this, got a first try. Hell yeah. So, normally when you're doing this level, you have these bandits chasing you around and you have to knock them off the edge, and it's really, really hard. And it's super inconsistent. But if you manage to land up here, you can just drive around and they'll just drive straight off the edge. So now I'm going to go back a level again because I'm really bad at menuing. And so this is the Great Train Robbery. Last time we robbed a bank of $1 million. Now we're going to rob a train of $16. So this is a very high stakes mission. Hopefully we can get all $16 that we need. So let's jump over here. I got a setup that lets me get this pretty easily. Jump. Oh, okay. Got to build up a little bit more speed there to clear that gap of those TNT. Normally you're supposed to be like jumping back and forth across the train trying to pick up every dollar you can. But if you do this setup here, most of the time you can get it pretty easily and get all $16 in one fell swoop. Just jump up here, jump over there, beautifully executed. Alright, I gotta jump off here, otherwise I'll drive into those TNT. There we go, perfect. I got $17. I'm an overachiever. Alright, and now we're gonna do some bowling, because why not do bowling on the barrel bus? We're gonna drive along this tilty bridge here. It might seem like this bridge is gonna be a little bit more tilted than we can handle, but don't worry about it, because as we've seen from previous levels, this bus can drive straight up vertical buildings, so obviously a little bit of a tilt on this bridge should be no big deal for the barrel bus to handle. Alright, sometimes the barrel bus likes to do that and it just turns really quickly right there, so sometimes you just drive straight off the edge, so we'll try that one again. Give this another go. For some reason, whenever you're like turning and this bridge is also turning, sometimes your turn just like goes light speed and you turn way too fast. So I'll try not to do that this time. Do be a little careful. There we go. Oh, beautifully executed. That was total skill, that save right there. That was definitely not just lucky. Alright, so now I'm gonna go get this home run like we've always deserved.